Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And just to remind the entire world, in case they don't know, I am still suspended. I am not your lawyer. I don't really want to be your lawyer. I'm not here to do that. But the main focus of tonight is, of course, war on a personal level. Deeply, deeply, disgustingly personal. And that is that both Andrew Wilson and Destiny have individually and independently thrown down the proverbial gauntlet at me, the consummately correct live streamer who merely has made observations about both of their debate styles and both of their debating on certain recent topics. I have been called gross and offensive names today, and I will not take it. This will not stand. This will not stand. So I will happily accept the opportunity to bring them onto the show, and we will debate them. I will give them fairness. Like, I'm not one of those guys who's like shuts people down or like kicks him off the stream or whatever during the debate. Like, nothing like that. Except that one guy who deserved it. But I'll let them say their piece. I won't be rude to them. I don't, depending on how things go, I don't know if I'll get the same courtesy. Both of them are blood sports era debaters. Some would call them master debaters. I would not actually go that far. I think they're good at internet debate, but internet debate's a specific style, and I don't think it's overly productive for actually determining or discerning truth out of anything. But it is fun to watch. It is entertaining, and I will take them head on. I will take them head on. We'll discuss the genesis of these things. So we'll go ahead and have the debate. Whatever debate. I don't know what I really like with Andrew Wilson. I don't know what I'm debating him on. I just thought it was funny when he started yelling at the snizzlicker. And I also took it personally as a proud snizzlicker. Like, I do not think that was fair. I think snizzlickers were unfairly criticized and aggregated and diminished. And I must stand up for my fellow tongue titans. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're not going to stand for that. But I don't know what I'll be debating him on. I would with him, I think I'd probably rather have a discussion than a debate, because I don't know that I have massively contrary positions to him. I don't really agree with his tactics so much. I don't think that like yelling at women in the name of Christ, I don't think that that's like the overtly Christian thing to do, but that's okay. Like, I don't care that he yells at women in the name of Christ. I just don't think that it's very effective. So I'm like, maybe we would debate that, I guess, but I'd rather just kind of like get to know his ideas and where he sources them and where he bases his stuff on. Cause I haven't really delved into him too much, but people are telling me, oh, he's really great and he's got these views. Some of them he kind of like made up on his own. Others he, is from his Christianity, calls himself a paleo Christian or paleo conservative, whatever that means. I don't know what it is. So like I'd be interested in just kind of hearing him out and hearing what he has to say. If he starts insulting my breasts, like then we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. But, with Destiny, like I'd happily take on the same topic or just executive power or whatever. Whatever he wants to talk about is fine. I've never had him on my show. I've been on his show a couple times, so I'm hoping he'll decide to pop in over here. I know he's a very busy man, so who knows? Let's see. Cyborg Valkyrie says Law Pope must moderate plus a mute button for Destiny. Moderate what? No, I'm gonna debate Destiny. We're gonna have a no holds barred, no shirts allowed, frail body debate. Me and Destiny. So, Arclight Redux says you and Destiny might get along very well. Destiny and I've been on his show to do some debates. There was one about abortion. I was right, by the way. I won. I just want to go back to that for a second. I was the only lawyer arguing that Roe versus Wade could maybe be overturned and wasn't good law on that stream. There were like 3 other lawyers. I won that one. I won it in the moment, and then I was vindicated by the Supreme Court. Get fisted. That was that. And the other one, I can't remember what the other thing I was on debating with, but like we had some back and forth and stuff, but it was fine. Like it wasn't, there may have been some little mudslinging, but I didn't care. Again, both Andrew and Destiny threw down gauntlets and said, hey, Destiny said like open to talk about this anytime. Okay, cool. I told him I'd DM him. Andrew had originally said like because someone asked if I had streams like reviewing Andrew's content. And I said no, because I don't. I only have the one stream where we talked about him on the whatever podcast, but I haven't reviewed any of his content. He's like, his reply was a little hostile, which was kind of funny. It's like, if you do at least have the courage to have me on, I'm tired of you gutless. He deleted that one. It didn't bother me. I thought that was hilarious. And I retweeted it and was like, Lamau. Happy to do so. But, so I'm going to DM both these guys. You should debate Stuttering John and his pending revenge porn charge. I'm not aware. Did he do that? Is he getting charged with that? I would debate him on his lawsuit against Carl and Shuli, because it's obviously bananas. It's one of the stupidest lawsuits I've ever read, and we need to get back to finishing it. To be Flair says he's suing them. Okay, brief aside. If you don't know who John Melendez is, he's Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show, and yes, he's suing someone I know and consider at least an associate or friend, which is Carl Herberger. Herberger. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not that close. But he's suing him. He's the host of Who Are These Podcasts. And he's also suing a guy named Shuli, who is host of the Shuli Network, which I think was kicked off of YouTube. I'm not sure, due to strikes or something. I don't know. Don't really care. These guys have been talking about Stuttering John Melendez for a long time. And oh my God, the judge creeping up in the bottom of the show. Sorry, I just saw it. But these guys have been talking about Stuttering John, making fun of him, and his lack of capacity or ability for years, just like many podcasters do about many people. He is suing them for harassment, defamation, false light, all these different things. The lawsuit that was written by an actual attorney. It wasn't written by John himself, allegedly, except the problem with the actual attorney who wrote it is he doesn't know what the he's doing at all, and his complaint is utter garbage and self-defeating. I had started reviewing it. Maybe we need to go on and finish the rest of it. Although, actually, I probably won't, because there's a second amended complaint now that the judge is waiting to accept, and maybe we'll review that. But that lawsuit is in all facets a lol suit. It involves someone who's a complete dummy suing people for laughing at him on the internet. Pro tip out there: when you sue someone for laughing at you on the internet, you're almost always deserving to lose, and you're almost always in the losing position, which is on your hands and knees with a ball gag in your mouth. Unless you like that. That's a winning position for some, I think. In this case, he and his lawyer look like complete idiots. Carl and Shuli stand to lose a bunch of money fighting a lawsuit that they shouldn't have to fight because it's obviously frivolous. But if Stuttering John has the resources that people think, New York's anti-slap may be awarding them the fees that it takes to fight, and that would be devastating for John if he does have any money to take. Who knows? We'll probably just keep watching. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, hit all the buttons, and we'll find out at some point.